Hey guys, just landed in LAX from Texas. I'm getting ready to drive home right now. Gonna go coach my little girl's soccer game today at 1 p.m. But I've got quite a few phone calls this morning regarding some people and their businesses, and I think it's because of all the activity people are seeing online and on GroupMe and on some of the other threads that we have for the team of people who are enrolling people and having success. So some people are getting discouraged probably because they aren't having the same success as others, but when asking some simple questions, I'm able to identify the problem, and it's with 99% of people. And most people are saying, that they feel like, things aren't going quick enough. They're not getting enough people to get involved in their business, and they want results faster, and they want results, period. And it all comes down to the numbers. What are your odds? Do you know your odds, right? Some people don't understand the question, but I say, how many people are you prospecting consistently on a weekly basis? Are you going through your list? Are you building an active candidate list that Eric Worre talks about in GoPro? You should know your odds already. And when I ask people, when the last time they enrolled somebody was, some people say, oh, I enrolled somebody, a few weeks ago, or I enrolled somebody 2 months ago. And before asking that question, I say, how many people do you talk to a week? And they say, well, I talk to people, nearly almost every day. And I say, well, what are your odds? My odds are about 1 out of every 4 people that I talk to say yes and get involved in my business, whether they're a customer or whether they're, a distributor. And most of the time they say, well, I have the same odds, 1 out of 3, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 4. And I say, well, if it's 1 out of 4, then you're not prospecting enough people, because if it's 1 out of 4 and you're talking to people nearly every single day, then you should be enrolling someone every single week, whether it's a customer or whether it's a brand partner. So what you really have to do is really ask yourself this question: am I talking to enough people? Am I talking to people, period? If all it is you sponsored someone 3 weeks ago, then realize you're not talking to really anybody. 3 weeks ago you might have talked to some people, but over the last couple weeks you might have talked to 2 or 3 people. And if your odds are 1 out of every 5, 1 out of every 4, well, of course you haven't hit your odds yet, because you haven't even been hitting your numbers. I always talk about 2 a day, 10 in play. Make sure that you're prospecting, texting, calling, getting in front of at least 2 people a day, at least 5 days a week, so that way you have 10 people that are floating in the air that are in play. 10 people you can follow up with, 10 people you've been inviting to meetings, 10 people that have gone to a meeting, 10 people that have already seen a video, so that way you have people to work with. The odds are in your favor if you're actually prospecting people. But if you're not prospecting, you're not going to sign up anybody, of course. What are the odds of talking to 0 people giving you the results of putting in 1 new person? It's 0. If you talk to 0, you get 0. If you talk to 5, you're going to get 1. If you talk to 3, you're going to get 1. What are your odds? Know your odds, and then put those numbers to work. If you know your odds, 1 out of every what? I sign up somebody, then you got to do the what? You got to do the prospecting. So it's no question. The signs are very visible. The answer is clear. It's as clear as day, right in front of your face. All it comes down to is prospecting, talking to people, getting in front of people, sharing product, sharing the videos, sharing the plan, sharing your message, sharing your why, but getting in front of people, staying in front of that active candidate list. My goal is to enroll at least 1 to 2 new distributors a month. So what do? Every single week, I make sure that I prospect 10 people, whether it's people that told me no back in the day and I get back in front of them and re-follow up with them. It's 10 people a week, it's 2 a day, 10 in play, and what I usually do is I usually sponsor maybe 2 to 4 new customers a month and get at least 2 new distributors a month, just doing the odds. I'm not doing some crazy enrolling and some crazy, things that other people aren't doing. I'm just doing the standard thing that anybody could do. I'm just prospecting people, right? My goal every single month is to personally do minimum 1,000 points in volume a month myself, but through new customers, a new distributor I enrolled, and through my own personal orders. That's it, 1,000 points. And the goal is that every single person should do the same thing. But you got to get in front of people. Know your odds, write it down, put those odds to work, and make sure that if those are your odds and you want to sign up 1 person a week or 1 person a month, then you better talk to those people and you'll never have a problem again. You'll never say, I don't know what's wrong, because if you're signing up people, you're doing the right thing. But you got to know your odds and you got to put it to work.